All right, everybody. How is everybody doing tonight? How is everybody tonight? Hold on just a minute. So, how is everybody? I'm going to do 5 wrestlers of my favorite. Uh, 5 wrestlers that were my favorite when I was younger. And hi, Catch 'em All. How are you? Hi, Mortal Kombat. How are you? I'm going to do 5 top my favorite wrestlers when I was a kid, Attitude Era. Then I'm going to do 5 WCW wrestlers that I like. They all might be from the both shows, but we're just going to do this a little bit. I'm going to start from 5 to 1. Number 5 on my list would have had to been Bret Hart. Number 4 on my list would have been, what was his name again? Jeff Jarrett. The third would have been probably The Rock. The second was would be probably Triple H, and we're going to throw DX in that mix all together because I liked DX when I was a kid, and we're going to throw that in. And so that's kind of what we're going to do. I'm going to throw DX in. My favorite number 1 that goes back from, let's say, Stone Cold Steve Austin was my favorite. All time, always will be. Now we're going to do WCW, the best 5. I'm going to throw Chris Jericho, number 5. Number 4, Chris Jericho would have been Dean Malenko. 30, the third one would have been hey Jay Faz, hi Dustin, hi everybody. And the basic third one, lost my train of thought, would have been, I would have to say, Scott Hall, because Scott Hall went over to WCW, and we're going to throw Scott Hall, Kevin Nash. We're going to throw Sting in there as number 2. Number 1 was Chris Benoit. And that, was really good. Now, I didn't do much research. No, I don't show any. I show football cards, yeah. I do a lot of stuff on my channel. And things like that. And this is just going on a whim tonight, since there was really nobody, just kind of bored tonight. So this was something planned for me to do in the last few months. But I'd have to go next with, we're going to do one other. We're going to go, but I'm going to do top 3 wrestlers from ECW. It can be a tag team. It's going to be mixed in there. we're going to look at maybe, hey, John, so from the old ECW days, I would go with the Sandman as number 3. Number 2, who wants to say it was Taz? Or I would even throw in maybe Tommy Dreamer. But Tommy Dreamer is, you'll see here in a minute, I'm going to put Tommy Dreamer second on that list. Third, the number 1 was Taz. Taz was great. And things like that. I just wanted to come on. I didn't see anybody else kind of live, so, and just kind of bored. So I just thought that I know right now, I don't watch it, but I know Sting's last match is tonight in AEW. And things like that. I don't really keep up with AEW as much. TNA, I used to a lot. But TNA days, let's throw in during TNA, top 2 for TNA. I would throw in Samoa Joe. Number 1 would have been AJ Styles. AJ Styles has wrestled all over the place now. He's in WWE. You know, the best wrestling was back in the 90s and 80s, especially when I was a kid. There were so many wrestling back in the old days when it was WWF, back in the old days. I remember I remember seeing the Ultimate Warrior and Macho King Randy Savage front row. And this is when they were doing filming for like house shows. Sometimes they would do it back in the old days for like superstars for Sunday for Sunday or Sunday morning TV. The night that the Ultimate Warrior and Macho King Randy Savage for the title, if I remember the story correctly, because I've heard different rumors, but I'm just going to go with this one. I think the Ultimate Warrior's contract was up that night, or it was coming up. So I think that's why he dropped the belt. I was there for it. Me and my sister, my mom, and a couple of other friends of mine that I grew up with went because I got free tickets. It was amazing. That match went on for about an hour, and I cannot find, I had the pictures, I cannot find them. So it would have been really cool to show you guys. All right, just a minute, J-Faz. Let me throw that link in there. All right, there you go. And so, you know, it's great to see everybody here. This one I kind of had planned, so, but like I said, it was a great memory going and seeing wrestling when I was a kid. I mean, it was great. What's up, J-Faz? Hello? Hello, JFS. Ah, can you hear me? Hello, JFS. Yeah. Let's see. There we go. So, I've been all over. I got to see WCW Thunder when it came around. I got to see AEW. Not really my cup of tea, but I like kind of what they're doing over there. They're kind of taking the old WCW, days and stuff like that. So that's pretty much, it was just going to be a short little live I was going to do. If anybody wants to come up, they're more than welcome. But I'm just, let's see. Let's go over my notes again. What else did I want to talk about that I have jotted down? It was, I got to see NXT just about a month ago or so. It wasn't too on Valentine's Day, I believe it. It was a Vengeance Day. It was really good. I'm still working on that for a video and things like that. So I appreciate everybody coming. Not a problem. Not a problem at all. Good to see you, Rick. Good to see every one of you. And it's this, I kind of follow over here. Hello?
Hey, Walmart, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you now, buddy.
Oh, there we go. Sorry about that.
No, you're fine.
Yeah, Gilded, I think, kind of locks you out of that audio too. So, how's things going? You're talking about your 5 favorite wrestlers?
Yes, that's what I was doing.
Okay. So I had a question for you, Walmart. Like, what is it that defines your favorite wrestlers? I mean, is it a move that they do, or is it the outfit that they're wearing? Can you go into a little detail about that?
I like good guys and I like the bad guys. Finding that is kind of hard because, look, some of my favorite wrestlers was, Triple H had the pedigree. There we go. The pedigree. But like you were saying, Jason, some of it was the moves. Some of them were this, just their style and their background back in the old days. Wrestling now today is a little. They put it as, don't really want to say it, but Disney-like now. And I miss it the old way.
Okay, that's fair enough.
But I still like WWE. I miss the old Attitude Era and things like that.
Yeah.
So, but yeah.
Do you have pictures of the greatest 5 that you like?
Yes, I did. And I just didn't have time to add them in there.
Oh, well, can you pull them up real quick and just share your screen now? Or
yeah.
Okay.
I didn't have them loaded, but I can go in search. This one's a little unorganized tonight. I thought nobody was going live tonight, so I was like, okay, I'll go live for a little bit. Okay. I don't even know how. It says your browser cannot, but I don't have them in my photo album like I wanted. That's what
Well, you
I
can
can
even probably just pull them up on a website and share that tab, or
Yeah.
I mean, if you can, if not a big deal.
Yeah, next time I'll have more prepared, but this was just a on the whim kind of thing.
Sure.
So,
Now, have you seen all 5 of these wrestlers that you like? Have you seen them all wrestle live?
yes, I have many
Okay.
years ago when I was little.
Sure.
I got, like I said, I've got tons of their autographs. I got, that belt that I had, I had signed autograph, X-Pac, Heart of DX, and things like that,
Yeah. I would like to see the autographs and everything again, but you probably don't have those at the helm right now to do.
No,
That's all
I
right.
just,
Maybe next
like
time.
I said, this was on a whim. I was just going to talk about my 5 favorite wrestlers, make it a short, and but next time I definitely going to have more planned.
Mm-hmm. All right. So
Yeah,
if you see, it looks like LJZ. He's got his top 5. Eddie Guerrero, Chris Benoit, Rey Mysterio, Brock Lesnar, and Bill Goldberg at number 1. What do you think of his list, Walmart?
I think it's pretty cool. I think it's really, really cool. Those were other greats. It's so many to choose from. I had a lot of greats, but these were just ones that were on my thing. And WPG has Bret the Hitman Hart, Undertaker, Hulk Hogan, Chris Jericho, and Ray Wyatt. Rest in peace, Ray Wyatt. So, yeah.
Looks like LJ saying rest in peace, Eddie and Chris.
Yes, they both.
So they both passed.
Yeah, they were a heck of a good.
All right, so Crandall says, I guess his wife says Eddie Gilbert, Sabu, Flying Brian, HBK, and Ken Shamrock. Wasn't Ken Shamrock a mixed martial artist, or did he also do that too?
Yeah, he actually, during the Attitude Era, he went and wrestled in WWE. Just like Mike Tyson went and wrestled in WWE for a while.
Mike Tyson?
Yeah, he even did that.
No kidding, huh?
Yeah, he would go with DX. He rode with them as their henchman for a while. It was funny. And then it started a big fight, and he's come back multiple times now. He's wrestling sometimes in AEW. He's been making a little wrestling appearances again. And things, Sabu. And so, yeah. But, let's see. I know it was horrible many years ago. I forget the name of the pay-per-view again. I was just Over the Edge. That's what it was. Over the Edge was a pay-per-view that that a wrestler had died. He didn't want to do this. It was Bret Hart's brother, or Owen Hart, and he went up on the rafters. They had practiced this stunt they were going to do because Sting used to come down from the ceiling. So the same rigging crew that did Sting's rigging crew did his. And Owen Hart says, I don't really want to do it. I don't really want to do it. And things like that. And I go, and he goes, he goes, so they did it. He starts coming down, the cable releases, he went, trigger warning, splat on the mat, basically. And I guess the boards are broke. There's kind of a hole, and they still kept the show going. Don't know why WWE, that is one stupid mistake WWE did. The show must go on. I would have just stopped it. It's terrible. If anybody remembers that.
Yeah, I don't, but it does. Crandall says he remembered the day that happened in the chat.
Yeah.
Now, Dustin's got a very important question, it looks like. Wally, do you feel WWE is real wrestling, number one? I have never been to an event. That's why I'm asking. I know there is a lot of controversy surrounding this.
Yes,
what would be your
is.
take on this?
If you came to me and my sister when we were younger, we always thought it was real. It's fake. Do they hit? Yes. Do they have to learn to take ballet every once in a while? Yes. Do they have to learn to take a fall? Yes. But that mat is hard as a rock also. It has boards and stuff like that. And it's rough. And TNA, JFAS, as a fact, TNA wrestling used to, Impact Wrestling it's called now, back to its old, used to have a circled ring, an octagon kind of thing, looking thing. I forget what the sheet's called. It's, and they come to find out wrestlers are getting hurt more that way. So Impact Wrestling moved to the standard ring. They said that they won't ever go back to that now. So interesting fact about that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we had seen some good comments about it being really good choreographed out. Dustin doesn't think it's fake because they're bending chairs and wood. Look at what Catch 'em All has said here. Stu Hart's granddaughter, Natalia, is a WWW wrestler. Brett makes occasional guest appearances. That's interesting.
Yes, he does. And back to Dustin's question, or back to his thing, they use a different kind of a steel when they hit him with the steel chair now. It's a different kind of a thing. The tables, yes, they're real, but they've added a little bit of different material with the chairs, everything. Now, when they get hit with some of the Kindle sticks, that's real. You can hear it. I've been to an actual TV live event close to where they were hitting with a Kindle stick, and you can hear that. And it's crazy.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah, New Jack, Cactus Jack, New Jack, and it's kind of kind of like I'd say, what was I going to? It's not, when they go through the announce table, I think I've seen where they've actually had cushion underneath of it to help with the blow. And when I went to WrestleMania 32, saw Shane McMahon wrestle against The Undertaker in the Hell in the Cell. They took a real sledgehammer. They took the toolbox. That was all But when Shane fell from the cage down to the floor, there was you can tell, and they've actually said this on a behind the scenes thing, they used a stunt mat so it would help with the blow. And
Oh, yeah.
You can see where it deflates after he hits it.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh,
And
that would make sense.
Yeah. Because when you're falling from a 15-foot cage, it's horrible.
Oh, now, LJ says, did you hear Ric Flair regrets selling gowns and is trying to find his own gowns to buy them back? Have you heard this?
I've heard that. Yes.
I don't know what kind of gowns that they're talking about, though. What does that mean?
Like ropes, like little rope robes.
Robes.
Yes.
Like, all right. So you talking about like when these wrestlers come out and they got the robes on, like the Italian stallion on the back, that type of thing?
Yes. Okay.
Oh, it looks like WPG's asking why Rip doesn't have a wrench.
I just gave him one.
Oh, Rip. Oh, yep, he's wrenched now. Okay, I see.
Yeah. I just gave
There you
him
go.
one. There you go, buddy. Jeez, if you guys can't behave, I'll shut it down.
That's right. I'll shut the whole damn thing down. Anybody else in the chat? Do we have some other good questions here for the host tonight? Janie's asking, what are you doing, Wally? It sounds like you're really busy right now.
Oh no, I'm just sitting in the chair in my thing. I can't sit still. I'm like Tommy. I can't sit still. I gotta be moving in my chair.
Oh, here's another great question by LJ. Thoughts on WWE movies portraying life stories of fighters from Claw? Life story of Paige.
Yeah. That was okay. I didn't get to see it. I'm going to go watch it sometime in the near future.
So do you like these type of biography movies when they come out about these wrestlers, where, it talks about when they were growing up and how they got into it and, their career? Do you enjoy those?
Yes. WWE has a thing on their website it's on Peacock right now. It's their network. It has all the history back from way back in the old days, all the way back. And they have a thing called 24, where they'll go behind the scenes with a wrestler for 24 hours until like a WrestleMania, and they'll kind of end, and they'll talk about their stories, getting ready. Just like Edge's last match in WWE, they had it on the network and stuff.
Okay.
And things like that. So
sure.
I wish they never did tell the secrets behind WWE/WWF. I think that was a bad move on them for a little bit. But they did that a couple of years ago. The ins and outs, how WWE was ran and things like that.
Okay, so for our viewers that don't understand, I think we all have a good idea of what this means, but what does the abbreviation WWE stand for?
World Wrestling Entertainment.
Okay, and then what's the new one? It's WWF?
No, the WWF was the old.
Okay.
It was called World Wrestling Federation.
Federation.
Yes. Then we had talked about this. You've heard me and WPG talk about this in Voice Lobby, where the habitat, whatever, the habitat has taken that name. So WWE cannot use that, the World Wrestling Federation anymore, because it's the Wildlife Federation. So back in the old days, they finally, Vince lost his lawsuit against that, and they had to change it.
Okay. I'm getting a message right now from a very special viewer. They would like to know whose belt are you portraying in your icon right now, Wally?
Ric Flair's.
That's Ric Flair's belt. Is that what, a replica belt that you bought?
No,
or?
no, I bought this on a charity auction.
This is
yes,
this is the real Ric Flair?
it was one of
The belt?
Yes, one request was that he took out the diamonds of it.
All right, let's have you. Can you make your screen enlarge with the solo layout, top right hand corner?
Solo layout like that.
I don't.
Okay, hold on.
All right.
Solo. There we go.
There we go. There we go. Does everybody see this now? Now you see if you zoom in, that looks nice. But
Yeah,
that's on. What is that on your couch?
Yes. Yep. But yeah. But yeah. All right. I was like, where did it go, buddy? So, there we go. Hello, sir.
I'm sorry, bud.
No, you're fine.
I accidentally backed out of it when I was zooming in on everything. Yeah, so that's pretty interesting. Wally, you got the real belt right there. So
I went and had it signed. I actually got stopped so many times with that darn belt. We went to NXT Takeover. This is a real story. I did not get the card. My two friends did when we went. I went to go buy, we went to Fan Access at WrestleMania 32. Well, they had the fan shop. Well, I had a belt. My wife had a belt. All my friends had their belts that I had. I handed them out to them. But we were going to act like a faction called the NWO. We were going to dress up like them and go when we went. We looked, they said, oh, they're probably in stock at the shop. So we went, we get stopped by these two guys that work for WWE. I'm like, shoot, what did we do? All right, I was telling my buddy, okay, what did you do? Why are we getting stopped? He's like, nothing. I go, okay. And real true story, they handed both of us a card. They were legit. And they're like, what do you want to see on the WWE network? And we were all just talking. And they were asking, hey, are you going to NXT TakeOver? I go, it's kind of sold out. But I looked and I was able to get some on Ticket Solutions or whatever that night. And I said, we're going to go. And so the guy stops us and just wanted to talk about that. And you can see he was texting higher up management. Well, I get stopped at the door when we go to NXT TakeOver. The guy has a camera taking a picture because they heard about the belt. I got stopped at the TakeOver. I got stopped everywhere with that darn thing. And the guy's like, let me get a picture, because I was walking in, and they're like, let's get a picture of you. I'm like, all right. So I don't know what they did with that picture, because I even asked them. We even emailed them. So we don't know whatever happened. So legit story. And it was this, I was getting stopped. Me and my wife both got stopped right in the door. My two friends were still behind me. And they're like, they wanted to get a picture with the belt. And I'm like, okay. But it was really cool.
Yeah, man. That's awesome.
So yeah, it was best time of my life going to WrestleMania.
I thought going to Colorado with us was the best time of your life.
That's way up there, man.
Just messing with you, bud.
I know.
No, there was another good question here. Oh, here it is by LJ. Again, LJ. Thoughts on Rey Mysterio's son portraying, says, heel towards father. I think the hate is borderline too far since they are really father and son. Do you know something about this, Wally?
That real hate kind of thing, that it's not going too far. That's good bad guy, good guy, bad guy character. That's you don't feel that, you don't see a kid turning heel that good and playing it up like old school healing. That's old school. That's way back in the old days, but it's good to see that. Should he treat his dad that way? No, but it's all a heel turn. It's all supposed to look real,
Yeah.
And so that's why they've made it real, because there's so much going out on social media. They kind of got to keep it, because the storylines sometimes get out, but they did so well keeping it off social media. Okay, they would do little Twitter bantering, but that was part of the storyline. Just like his dad getting arrested. He didn't really get arrested. It was just all this like the whole Jeff and Matt Hardy thing.
Mm-hmm.
That whole big storyline back in the 90s or in the 2000s.
So WPG Freedom says, that's right, Wally. The character got LJ Zed to believe maybe that's gone too far. Meanwhile, they show up at the area together each night.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And it's good. You don't see that in the business anymore. It's dead, and it's good to see them bringing that back. I've noticed watching on Monday Night Raw, they're bringing a lot of that back, and things like a little old school mixed in.
Yep. Well, that's interesting.
Yeah. Any other questions? I'm going to end this here in a minute.
Oh, well, I was just going to say that, I'm trying to relate to wrestling and understanding it more, because obviously it's a sport people enjoy. But it's interesting hearing how excited like some people in your audience gets, and as well as how excited you get over this stuff. It's really actually kind of neat that you like this stuff that much.
Shoot, my wife, when we were dating, I would record it, because my wife wouldn't even watch it when we were dating. She wouldn't even watch it. So I was like, okay, when she comes over, we go out on a date, I would record it. So one time I was just replaying it before she got there. She started sitting there and actually liking it, and started liking it. Now she loves it. So it's just kind of funny. It's nice to see her happy like that. Just like when me and her.
Sure, if it's something you guys are into, by all means.
It was so funny to see her so happy the other night. We went to Vengeance, about an hour away from here. We went to the NXT Vengeance Day. She was so happy. I hadn't seen her so happy and lit up like that. Front row seats, close front row, And my wife's never been really that close. We've always been up close, next to the guardrail, but on the side, and it's kind of hard to see, but we were right up front on one of the ring sides, so it was pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's cool stuff, man. And is there a big show, a big wrestling event that you're going to be going to this summer? Is that correct or?
No, I was gonna go to. It's dang expensive. I was just looking at the tickets. It's like the Super Bowl for WrestleMania. I was just looking at them, and they're just too expensive. I'm gonna wait until it comes here in 2027.
Aha, okay.
But yeah,
That's very cool. Well, I'm glad. Good for you.
yeah, I'm really happy. I'm just frustrated I wasn't organized tonight, but
Well, next time we'll take a look at the pictures, maybe see some memorabilia. I think you've showed us some of it before, if I can recall, but
yeah,
I think that everybody would like to see, some autographs and some good pictures. And I don't know these wrestlers like you guys do. I'm sure I've seen them at some point, but I would like to see a photo of them, just maybe jar my memory a little bit.
yeah. I'll make sure I add them again. So I just wasn't thinking at the time. And actually, I found, just like when I was just going through looking at some of this. I went to Chicago. First time I've ever done this. I went to back-to-back nights to wrestling. One night it was in Chicago, and then 3 weeks later, three weeks later, we were back up there to a pay-per-view. Up there, me and my buddy went up to a pay-per-view, and then that next Monday, we were down in St. Louis at Monday Night Raw after the pay-per-view. First time I've ever done that, ever.
Oh, that's pretty cool, man.
So yeah.
Anybody have any other questions at all, or?
Yeah, any other questions? Any other thing? One of them. Oh yeah. Jake Randall versus Walmart in a ladder match. Yeah, that's right. You guys, when you guys were playing that game, I wasn't there. Name those wrestlers. You guys couldn't even name a single one.
We were horrible. We were horrible at that game.
Yes. Hi, Cody. Cody's in chat.
Hey, Cody, how you doing? Now, to be fair, if I recall, I think I did better than Cody did in that game too. Just so everybody knows.
Oh. Yeah. Cody would beat you at anything.
All right, let's not go there right now.
I'm just teasing. Any other questions? All right, guys, I'm going to call it a night. Glad you joined me on this Sunday night Let's Talk Wrestling of the 5 Favorites. Thank you, my guest, J-Faz, for coming up.
Hey, thank you, Walmart. Appreciate you. And thanks for doing the show. Enjoyed it.
Yeah. Thank you. See y'all. Bye.
Bye, all.
Bye.